You'll be seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 soon, and the final trailer has so much to break down. You definitely missed some Easter eggs, references, and hidden details, so let's get started. The trailer opens with us getting a good look at Knuckles the Echidna, who started out opposing Sonic in the video games but soon became an ally. Sonic makes a comment where he calls him the Winter Soldier, a reference to Bucky Barnes, the assassin who was sent after Captain America. Calling Knuckles a would-be assassin makes it clear that we're still in part of the Sonic timeline where they aren't friends yet. Also, if you remember the beginning of the first Sonic movie, it was a group of what looked like echidnas that chased Sonic out of his homeworld and into ours. Did Robotnik somehow transport him to our world and brainwash him into going after Sonic like in the games? Next, we see Tom at Maddie's sister's wedding. In case you don't remember, that's the same sister who was trying to get Maddie to dump Tom in the first movie. Looks like they've patched things up enough for him to be invited to the wedding, but she isn't pleased when his cell phone goes off in the middle of the ceremony. You almost definitely didn't notice it the first time, but take a look at that profile pic he has for Sonic in his contacts. Does it look familiar? It appears to be the same hat Sonic was wearing after he visited the world's largest rubber band ball. Next, we'll see Sonic sliding down a mountain carrying a passed-out Miles Prower, though you probably know him better by his nickname, Tails. Sonic is calling Tom from a cell phone of his own, so it looks like in addition to living in Tom's house, he might have also been added to the family cell phone plan. Good for Sonic. Of course, sliding down a mountain is nothing new for Sonic. He's been doing it since all the way back in 1993, when he snowboarded in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Tom throws one of Sonic's rings, so it looks like Tom gets to keep a couple on him in case of emergencies, and Sonic and Tails crash the wedding, literally. We then get to hear Tails speak, and he's voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who you might have recognized as the voice of Sora from Digimon and Inuyamaka from Naruto. Sonic then gives us the quick version of what's going on. Robotnik is back, returning to Earth from the mushroom planet he was banished to at the end of the first movie. Of course, he returns in an egg-shaped ship. It looks like he's now fully leaning into his Dr. Eggman nickname, which comes from that being the preferred shape for nearly all of his creations. Did you notice that he's also decided to keep the shaved head and crazy mustache look, fully completing his transformation from unhinged scientist to full-on video game villain? This next part is going to be really important for the movie, so you want to pay attention. Robotnik explains that he's discovered a source of ultimate power, and in what's no surprise for fans of the Sonic games, it turns out to be the Master Emerald. The Master Emerald is an ancient mystical gem that can give its owner superpowers. In the games, there are multiple Chaos Emeralds spread across the universe, but the Master Emerald is the most powerful of them all and can nullify the other Chaos Emerald's powers. Of course, this isn't the first time we've seen it in the Sonic movies. Take another look at that first movie, when Sonic was looking at his map, and you can see the Master Emerald, though it's surrounded by question marks, so it seems like Sonic doesn't know exactly what it is yet. We then see Robotnik on the beach with Knuckles, demonstrating the Master Emerald's power, making it seem again like he's somehow manipulating the Echidna into going after Sonic. Sonic makes it clear that they've got to get the Master Emerald back from Robotnik, or else the world is doomed. No duh, Sonic. You might have missed this next one when we get a quick shot at the temple that looks to house the Master Emerald, and from the way it looks, it could potentially be a reference to the fourth zone of the original Sonic the Hedgehog game, the Labyrinth Zone, which also has a jungle ruin aesthetic. But Sonic's gonna have his work cut out for him since Robotnik has the help of Knuckles the Echidna, or as his assistant refers to him, some kind of space porcupine. We also get to hear Knuckles speak, who's voiced by Idris Elba. Idris has had a busy couple of years appearing in some of the biggest franchises. You saw him in both the Avengers Infinity War and Suicide Squad as he floats effortlessly between DC and Marvel movies, as well as in Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw. He'll also be continuing to voice Knuckles in an upcoming TV series that's already in production. And Knuckles' appearance has another Easter egg you most likely missed. Take another look at the water truck that Knuckles comes bursting out of. This one is super hidden, but if you're quick, you can see that the truck has a logo, which reads Splash Hills on it. Splash Hill Zone is, of course, the first level in Sonic 4. We get another look at the destructive potential of the Master Emerald, when a huge tornado pulsing with emerald green power appears in what looks to be Green Hills, Montana. The commander of the US Armed Forces from the first movie is watching it all go down, and he's there along with members of GUN, or the Guardian Units of Nations, whose logo you can see on the SWAT-like soldiers all over the place. But of course they aren't using regular guns but laser rifles. It looks like Robotnik isn't the only one who knows how to deploy some really cool tech. Robotnik has new weapons of his own though, which we see when he emerges from a smoking coffee shop. He can now use the power of the Master Emerald to destroy a helicopter, lift an entire train into the air, and even fly up into that same magical tornado. Wow, Robotnik really leveled up from the last movie. Sonic and Tails are then shown approaching a giant owl statue that looks just like his mentor and guardian, Longclaw, from the first movie. If you remember, Longclaw is the one who originally gave Sonic the rings, so it's clear that this race of owls has a special connection to powerful magical items. If you're super quick, you can see that the owl door even has carvings of all 7 Chaos Emeralds, as well as a giant emerald which most likely is supposed to represent the Master Emerald. And there's also some crazy ancient tech here, since it looks like the door has some kind of stone combination lock on it too. But just when you think Sonic and Tails might be able to figure out the legend of this hidden temple, Robotnik, Knuckles, and an army of robots arrive. Did Sonic and Tails lead them right to what he needed? Did he hide a tracker on one of them? Or does he have some other way of figuring out exactly where Sonic went? Robotnik fires a missile at Sonic, and Tails is worried, but it looks like Sonic has gotten even more comfortable with his spin dash ability that he seemed to be grappling with in the first movie. Sonic's then back on his snowboard, and this time it looks a lot like how it did in the Sonic Adventure game, which appeared on the Sega Dreamcast console in 1998. But take a closer look at that snowboard, and you'll see that it isn't an actual snowboard at all, but a piece of debris from one of Eggman's robots. Since Sonic is both talented and resourceful, and Sonic isn't the only one who knows how to shred down a mountain, and the Winter Soldier Echidna is soon right on his tail. We then get a hint that the Sonic movie has moved up the west coast of the United States, at least for this scene, since the cop cars make it clear that we're now in Seattle. You probably remember that much of the last movie took place in San Francisco, and just like San Francisco, when Sonic's in town, it unfortunately means there's going to be a lot of collateral damage. Who pays for all this anyway? After a quick shot of Tom and Maddie driving in a beat-up old truck, we get our best look yet at one of Robotnik's scariest creations, the Death Egg Robot. This has appeared in many of the Sonic the Hedgehog games, where its look has evolved from a simple robotic suit that's barely bigger than Robotnik himself to a giant, multi-story tall building-sized robot that can crush just about anything under its massive feet. And Sonic almost does get squished as he tries to pick up the Master Emerald, but Maddie reaches out of that old beat-up truck just in time to scoop him up before Eggman's metal foot can come down on top of all of them. Next, we see that Tails has retained his abilities as an expert pilot from the video games, and we get a glimpse at his red airplane, the Tornado. We've even seen Sonic stand on the wing of the plane as it flies before too, like he did in Sonic Lost World, which was a game released not on Sega consoles but on the Nintendo Wii U. And as the Death Egg fires missiles at Sonic and Tails, we get a quick glimpse of yet another Easter egg. The plane's tail has the number 761 on it. Seems random, but what is the speed of sound in miles per hour? You guessed it, roughly 761 miles per hour. So the number is a direct reference to Sonic and his supersonic speed. Another fun fact, Tails' full name is actually Miles per Hour, a play on the phrase miles per hour. So in a way, the number on the plane is a reference to both of them. This is followed with a montage of action scenes from the movie, as well as a shot of what looks to be Robotnik's new base, which he now has the ability to teleport into thanks to the power of the Master Emerald. It seems like the Emerald might even be more powerful than it was in the games if it's given him this many cool powers. We get some peeks at Sonic and Knuckles fighting, where Sonic uses his super speed to avoid Knuckles' punches, a direct reference to the fight they had in the anime series Sonic X. Of course, it ends with a great quip from Sonic, where he tells him that for a guy named Knuckles, he's really bad at punching. After that, the final trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is over, and there's nothing else but to wait to see the new Sonic movie for yourself. I hope you liked this video and found some things you missed the first time in Sonic the Hedgehog 2's final trailer. Make sure you subscribe to Movie Logic for more daily movie facts, trivia, and Easter eggs.